bullied men so much that they are all now banding together to enter their soft guy era.
A lot of y'all girls are clearly showing you have no sense of humor. The joke is going right over your head.
I just got off the phone with someone I was seeing, and she asked me how my day was going, and I explained I was at the airport. And then she said, "I'm glad you got there safe." And I said, "Yeah, I had to take an Uber." I had to block her. I mean, she was great and everything. She was emotionally intelligent, always paid for dinner, pretty much catered to my every need. But if you hear I'm taking an Uber to the airport and your first move is not to open up Venmo and send me money, are you even a real woman?
I go on a date with a female and the bill comes and I look at it and I say, it was so good to see you and everything. She don't pick up the bill and she said, "Oh, you're not gonna pay for it?" I said, "What?" Drizzle, I'm not gonna pay for anything. That's giving me an ick. I don't know what you're on, but I'm in my soft guy era, drizzle. So I'm just trying to make sure that you understand that what's happening here, you could just say you're broke.
So one of my girlfriends just brought me to Chipotle and I'm like, what are we doing here? Do I look like the type of man that eats at Chipotle? Like, show some respect.
I'm in my soft guy era and I went on a date with this girl, but I don't think she's a real girl. She picked me up in a 2014 Toyota Corolla. I know, I shouldn't have even got in the car. My pink toques are not cheap, but I decided, fine, I got ready, I'm gonna go out anyways. We got to the restaurant and it was an Italian place. I wanted a steakhouse. Like, you're not gonna take me out for a ribeye, drizzle? At least a T-bone steak, drizzle? I don't know, it's just like, what was even the point? Anyways, I was there, so I ate, obviously. She asked me how my day was, which was a huge red flag because she can't tell that I'm annoyed. Like, you can't see it on my face. My future wife needs to know when I'm in a bad mood because I get sporadic. I'm one of those crazy men that like happy, sad, I get moody. And that's just something you're gonna have to put up with when you see all this. People legitimately tell me I look like Ben Affleck, so you gotta treasure me, drizzle. But yeah, so that wasn't good. And then the food came and we ate and my napkin got all dirty and she didn't even offer me her napkin. Like, just what are the manners? Then the bill finally came and she looked at me like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Huh, you're not gonna pay for this?" And then I had to literally explain to her that like I'm king living in my soft guy era, drizzle, and I'm not paying for anything and I can't be with a woman, my future wife, that's not gonna take care of me. Like, I needed the dedication of a wife that will bring me a beer on the toilet, which I know sounds disgusting and no human being should ever do that for another person because it's degrading, but I need to know you're that loyal to me. So that's the only person I want to be with, drizzle. So I had to instantly block her, but I wonder, will a king like me ever find love? Drizzle. The soft guy era is taking over my heart and TikTok. It was started by a guy named Scarface Mark.
The soft guy era is a response to the soft girl era of 2023. It mocks videos in which women demand ridiculous things from men. It twists a mnemonic device from YouTuber Letitia Puday, aka the Sprinkle Lady.
And the YouTuber that he's mocking, the Sprinkle Lady, she's kind of intense.
How do you know if you're the ugly friend? Sprinkle. How do you know if you're the ugly friend? Ask a child that don't know you. Take a picture of you and your friend. Hold it up to some child. Who's prettier? Who's ugly in this picture?
Yeah, she's telling you to use a literal child for your own devices to reassure your confidence and find out if you're the ugly friend or not. We'll cover the Sprinkle Lady towards the end of the video as I want to focus on the memes first and the people who get pissed off. There's timestamps down below. Feel free to jump around the video. But here's Mark's viral satire that started all the memes of men entering their soft guy era.
I just broke up with my ex of 5 years. And I literally have no complaints about her. Like, she was perfect, right? I used to didn't have a car. Now I have a car. But when I didn't have a car, she used to let me ride around in her car all day while she was at work. And I still didn't have a job. And and it doesn't get any better than that. She used to pay for all the meals. She paid for the bills, all that, until I got my stuff together. But it was just something about her. I just couldn't comprehend. Like, I can't really explain it to y'all, but she was so perfect. But you know how somebody can be good to you, but they're just not that good person to you. You know, like they're that perfect person. But it's just, to me, it's more than just being a perfect person. Like, but they just wasn't that perfect person for me. If you get what I'm saying. Like,
so obviously this troll pissed women off and started the whole soft guy era drizzle trend. Countless dudes took to TikTok after this to make their own versions of the drizzle soft guy era, and I took way too much enjoyment out of watching these.
After careful deliberation, I have decided that I officially too will join the soft guy era. You don't get all this handsome dark chocolate for free anymore. I'm handsome, I'm educated, I'm tall, I'm athletic. You don't get all this for free anymore. Unless you're going to pay my bills, buy me a car, take me out to eat, and buy me gifts on the regular, don't even breathe in my direction. I am done tolerating the bare minimum. You can either treat me like a king, or you can get out of here. After careful deliberation,
I second this notion. Like, you're not gonna see my pink hats without at least $200,000 a year. And if you don't have $200,000 a year, don't even bother talking to me. No, I can't help you fix the printer or get the thing that's really on the high shelf. I don't care if we're coworkers. I know you're broke because you work here too.
I went out with this girl the other day, and she pulled up to my house. Like, first of all, she didn't cash at me right away. She didn't send me cash app money in case I had to drive myself, you know, security money. Like, she should have at least sent me $1,000 to make sure I was set before our date. But anyway, she shows up in a Chevy Cruze. A Chevy fucking Cruze. Do I look like the kind of guy that's going to get in a Chevy Cruze? Like, let's be honest.
Women, take notes. If you're trying to be a real woman and a wife, at least cash app the guy to make sure he has gas for the date. But if you want to pick him up, don't show up in that. Don't show up in that unless you're trying to tell him that he's literal dog shit.
Kings, this girl sends me a message, says, "Hey, handsome, how's your day?" So I send her a message back, "Not a good day." She's like, "Oh no, what's wrong?" I'm like, "I was day trading, took the long position in DJT, lost $25,000. And she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope you make it back." I instantly hit her with a block. First of all, I'm in my soft guy era. I'm not day trading to lose money. If you find out that I lost $25,000 in the stock market, I better see you put that $25,000 back in my brokerage account. Drizzle. If you can't...
I would take this one step further and just ask for the money ahead of time. So you don't have to like do this whole song and dance. Tell her I'm day trading. I need $25,000 just in case. And if she doesn't provide it to you, instant block, obviously. She's not real woman wife material.
I'm in my soft guy era. We will no longer be pumping our own gas. When we pull up to the gas station, ladies hop out the passenger seat and pump the gas while we sit in the car and watch TikTok videos. And we are now also requiring at least $100 to be spent on us on the first date. And if you can't afford it, you shouldn't be dating anyways. And I see all you females talking about, oh, soft guy era. You like men. If you like men, just say you like men. You want a female to take care of you. Stop yapping. It's giving broke. And this girl gonna have the nerve to ask me what I want to eat, and I said nothing. And she had the nerve to come home with food for herself and nothing for me. Even though I said I didn't want anything to eat, that didn't mean I didn't want anything to eat. Where's my food? You posted.
This guy gets it. Like, obviously, if I say no, it means yes. And you're supposed to know that because you love me so much. And if you don't know that, you don't love me. So what are we doing? This has to be my favorite trend. I'm enjoying this too much.
I just got off the phone with someone I was seeing, and she asked me how my day was going, and I explained I was at the airport. And then she said, I'm glad you got there safe. And I said, yeah, I had to take an Uber. I had to block her. I mean, she was great and everything. She was emotionally intelligent, always paid for dinner, pretty much catered to my every need. But if you hear I'm taking an Uber to the airport and your first move is not to open up Venmo and send me money, are you even a real woman? And then you find out I'm on a commercial flight and you don't immediately charter me a private jet? I know my worth, drizzle. I'm in my soft guy era. I want to be pampered. And if you're broke, just say that. And I'm sure later she'll come around looking for some sugar, but this sugar don't mix without drizzle. I just got off the phone with someone I was seeing without drizzle.
This sugar don't mix without drizzle. Oh, this guy really thought this one through. I don't even know if he even is catching a flight. He could have just showed up at the airport knowing he's going to film a TikTok, which I would respect him more for. So clearly the soft guy era, drizzle, is a joke. It's satire. It's meant to make fun of people who are taking themselves way too serious and mock the morons on the internet. Not everyone understands that. And a lot of women and men took the soft guy era memes literal. They're serious, which I appreciate because it's exposing all the people with no sense of humor.
A lot of y'all y'all dudes need to stop trying to play it off and just admit it. Like, a lot of y'all dudes really do want a man. Because I be seeing, like, dudes getting online talk about how they in they soft boy era and they want to be taken care of and they want dates and they want fly.
God damn, it's breaking people's brains. I thought it was funny. It's like a stand-up act, but some people are taking this completely seriously, and it's more sad because your sense of humor is ass, and I would never want to talk to you because you don't know what funny is.
Soft guys are not expensive to take care of. Like, I don't have any problem paying all the bills and taking care of you. The problem that I have with these soft men is that they won't submit.
What? Okay. What is going on? Are you Allah? Am I supposed to submit to you? Do you want me to wear a burqa? Because we could do that as long as it's in pink.
So I've been made aware that the last couple of weeks that the males have hated my video that I was talking about my breakup, and I was saying I broke up with my boyfriend, but he was a good guy, treated me well, but he was not my husband, so we broke up. They had a problem with that because basically what they're saying is good enough should be good enough. But let me tell you one thing, good enough was never good enough for me. I live my life on 10 with everything that I do. I'm not going to look at something that's good and think that it's husband, because here's what it is. Good enough is right here. This is a good boyfriend.
Here's the thing. You're allowed to do that. You find the person you think you're happiest with. But if you're putting it on the internet, we're allowed to ruthlessly mock you. And if we say the exact same words that you are saying and it offends you, maybe you're an idiot and you need therapy.
I would much rather dusty men know their place and own the fact that they don't have the masculine characteristics to actually provide for a woman and be the leader of a family. It's gonna make dating for women a lot easier. I've had so many girls that stay in relationships for years because the guy convinces them that they're a provider even when they're not providing. And they future project to these women and they're like, yes, when we're married and when we have kids, I'm gonna like buy you everything and you're gonna be a stay-at-home mom, just for that to never happen.
How do you not have a sense of humor and understand its satire? You could disagree with the joke. You could find it offensive. You could say it's not funny. But thinking they're serious is like, oh, my brain hurts so much. Drizzle, drizzle, it's not real. These dudes who are trolling are just showing you how you sound. And you're like, they're actually serious about that? Human beings like this are lucky they're mildly attractive. I swear to God. Because they're clearly idiots. And I know and I'm not just saying women, I'm saying good-looking people in general that are just clearly getting by on their looks.
Let's talk about the soft guy era. All right, welcome to the Daddy Academy. So if you...
The Daddy Academy. Dating advice. Oh boy. Yeah, I hope it's just satire. I hope it's just a joke. I hope his name's just a joke. That's, I wouldn't want to take dating advice from a guy who calls himself daddy, but let's see what he has to say.
I haven't seen it. The videos are very funny, I must say, but it's basically saying that, you know, men have always brought these certain things to the table, and now they want to sit back and let women sort of prove themselves to men. If you can't do this, you're not going to get a man like me, blah, blah, blah. This also kind of works into a lot of the talk on social media nowadays where it's very like men versus women, like categorizing a group of people.
See, we have another idiot who clearly does not understand what satire is. No, they're mocking the type of women who only care about financing and break up with people that treat them well because it's not their future husband, whatever that means. It's a satire. It's a reflection of yourself. But you think it's real. It sounds like you think it's real. How are people this boring? They don't understand comedy or a sense of humor. This whole soft guy era thing is just funny. That's it. It's not that deep. It's not guys banding together to be the ones that get picked up. It's just funny.
Actually hilarious is the amount of women that are outraged by this soft guy era, because basically these men are flipping the roles on them and they realize how ridiculous and unrealistic it sounds when a man says it, but then when they say it, it's not ridiculous. Like, some women have even gone as far as to call these men gay and act really homophobic towards them for simply asking for what they're asking for. And what I get from it, even if it is a joke, jokes aside, it's about reciprocation, and it's showing how many women expect it automatically because their inflated egos are telling them that they deserve it no matter what, without any reciprocation.
I think people should have whatever they want. If they want to be a relationship where they get taken care of, fine. Find someone who's taking taking care of you. If there's people who want to be equal partners, which is what I would want in a relationship, have that. There's a dude who just wants to be taken care of, cool, do that. I have problems with people taking jokes, satire seriously because their egos are so fragile. They're like vulnerable narcissists. Basically, their egos are massive, but they're shit at everything in life. So when a person points out like, hey, you're shit at all this stuff in life, they get really upset. I don't like those people.
Y'all bullied men so much that they're all now banding together to enter their soft guy era. You bullied them and said that they're toxic if they're too masculine. And being a tough guy or a macho manly guy isn't gonna work for women. Well, you bullied them and it worked. And guess what? You aren't gonna be happy about the monsters you beautiful monsters you created with all this drizzle soft guy energy entering the chat. Well, guess what, ladies? Who's gonna take out the garbage? The guys have all joined a pact together and said, it's your job to take out the garbage. Who's gonna be the passenger princess? Not you, it's him. All of these guys are joining together.
You have to appreciate the beautiful level of trolling that is being witnessed on TikTok. This is 50 Cent level of trolling. Like, women are saying, you don't get coochie unless you do this, this, this. I'm the prize. I'm the catch. What do you bring to the table? And the soft guy era is saying, my penis is my power, and I am withholding it from you. Now the piece de resistance, the narcissist herself, who's very popular online, the Sparkle woman. Her level of manipulation has to be studied. It is masterful.
Never argue with a man. Exactly. Cry. Like, crying is so much more feminine than arguing, and you get exactly what you want. Exactly. Cry. Like, crying is so much more feminine than arguing, and you get exactly what you want.
This is a new level of evil that I'm so intrigued. I feel like I'm staring in the face of the devil and I can't look away. I just want to dance with her and see what she does to me.
If you're on a date and they're looking at another woman, look at cars. Because a man can be cute and broke, and he knows you ain't going nowhere. But looking at cars is totally different. Oh my God, look, there's a Bentley. I wonder who's driving that. You know, that way he sees. You're not looking at looks, you're looking at money. I mean, yeah. Don't look at other men, look at cars.
Look at that smile. This person is sadistic. See, men are physically intimidating. Women are fucking terrifying. That is the face of a manipulative demon. God forbid she's married, because if she is, that person is getting manipulated and he doesn't even know, and it's turning her on because she could do it. She's like Buffalo Bill in high heels, but like looks good. Not really.
How do you know if you're the ugly friend? Sprinkle. How do you know if you're the ugly friend? Ask a child that don't know you. Take a picture of you and your friend, hold it up to some child. Who's prettier? Who's ugly in this picture?
Bro, the sprinkle lady is literally abusing children for her own means to see if she's better looking than her friend. She's done this before. This person is a psychopath. She's a manipulative. God forbid she ever gets a taste of blood, because you will never solve those murders. There'll be a bunch of men just lying somewhere in a ditch.
I've been with him 4 years and we still ain't moved out or have a ring, and currently he has no job. Then you a prisoner. You've been kidnapped by a broke man. Honestly, I don't even know why I'm still there. I've been with him 4 years and we still there.
Yeah, I found my new favorite villain. I am watching everything the sprinkle lady says. That is some savagery. See, I can appreciate how funny she is because she has good timing. She's psychotic at times, and she has these faces where it looks like she's fantasizing about murdering countless broke men, but I can appreciate how funny she is. Oh God, that was good. So that is the drizzle soft guy era. I hope you learned that TikTok is not a real place. It's stupid, and not to take any life advice from TikTok. I hope you learned about the impending war between drizzle and sparkle during this soft guy era. I don't know. I can't believe I just said all that. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.